YFN Lucci is coming home. It is the time for all of his family, loved ones, supporters to celebrate because YFN Lucci, after going through the whole ordeal since 2021, YFN Lucci has been locked up. And today, he pled guilty in his racketeering case. And the cream on top is that he is eligible for release in 4 months. YFN Lucci turned himself in to police in January of 2021, facing murder charges. Police accused him of being behind the wheel of the vehicle that was involved in a drive-by shooting in December of 2020. And one of the guys in the car that was Lucci was in, and that Lucci, they say, was driving, he got shot, and witnesses said that they saw them throw the man out the vehicle and keep on pushing. Now, a few months later, Lucci and a bunch of his homies got indicted for racketeering, aggravated assault, murder, guns, armed robbery, property damage, theft, and a gang of other charges, right? And he's been in Fulton County ever since. In March of 2022, he was stabbed in an altercation, and it pretty much was just this whole thing where they were going back and forth because they were saying that Young Thug's YSL crew and Lucci's YFN crew have been at war in the streets, and as a result of it, it's just been a bunch of murders and shootings all throughout the city, and that's how they caught these charges. Now, on Tuesday, January 23rd, today, Rayshawn Bennett pled guilty to one count out of all of those counts that they named. He pled guilty to one count of violation of the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act in connection to his indictment on those charges from 2021. With time served, he is eligible to be free by the summertime. Shout out to YFN Lucci, man. Wow. His attorney, Drew Feinling, whose rate is probably only going to go up now. Look at what Thug is going through. His attorney is he beat them charges up. His attorney says, after 3 years of pretrial litigation, more than 2 weeks of jury selection, and 3 years of incarceration waiting for his jury trial, today the prosecution finally relented and dismissed the murder and Rico charges against Rayshawn Bennett. After the dismissal, 12 of the 13 counts against him, Mr. Bennett entered a plea of one gang-related count. As he maintained for 3 years now, Mr. Bennett will not cooperate in any other case. By entering into this resolution, he will be eligible for parole in as early as 4 months from now. The prosecution has also agreed that he should be released early on parole, and this will allow him to get back to his children, family, and career. Now, with everything going on with the YSL case, you have to say to yourself, maybe Georgia prosecutors were like, look, this whole YSL thing is a mess, it's a headache, and we're using all of our resources taking them to trial. Lucci, you're sitting here lining up to go through the same process. We're going to have to drag you through the same thing, dedicate a bunch of resources to go into trial with you. We'll drop a bunch of those charges, give you this one charge, and everything goes well, he'll be home before the summer, by the summer, before the end of the year is up. Amazing job. Tremendous job by his lawyer, Drew Feinling. Man, his rate probably is only going to go up from here. Like, could you imagine? Like, he was facing 13 charges. Got it down to one charge. That ain't a good lawyer. And if God ain't on his side, then I don't know what you call that situation. Somebody died in the same vehicle that they say they pushed somebody out of, and Lucci After doing 3 years, I'm not to say not to take anything lightly. These 3 years of his life is gone, but he now has an opportunity to come home with all of this in the rear view, and let's see what effect it has on his life. If he's going to change his message, if he's going to act differently, if he'll be, back on that bullshit. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. You don't get too many opportunities like this to get back out here. So shout out to YFN Lucci. We'll see now what's going to happen next with Young Thug's case. They were just bringing up Gunna's name in court the other day. Well, they going to subpoena Gunna? We don't know. It's your boy Bandana, man. Food for thought. Y'all do the dishes, man. This is good news.